We are at the North Wilkesboro Speedway for the 8th race of Season 4 of the SCRL NASCAR Legends Series. The 43 of Aureus Centaur leading us to the green flag. Stand beside him is Season 3 champion Cole Nixie. Rest of the starting lineup for today's race. Points leader Cam Nixie will be starting in the 32nd spot. This is the 7th time we are racing here at North Wilkesboro. Of the 6 races we have run at this track, Aureus Centaur is the dominator. He has won 4 of the 6 races. Bulldog 67 and Try Hard 47 is the other 2 drivers who have won at this track. So this has basically been Aureus's track since the Legends Series has started. And once again, this series has been producing some great racing. Again, we'll go through the stats of it. Riverside, 77 Jr. won with a last turn, last lap pass. Ontario, Aureus scored his 18th career win. At Richmond, Muhammad Zaid Abdullah held off a 1-lap shootout. At Rockingham, Cam Nixie won for the 2nd time in his career in this series. At Atlanta, Christian Russell won the closest margin of victory in league, not just series, league history, 4 100ths of a second. Or excuse me, 4 1,000ths of a second. At Bristol, Kaka White Lion won her 28th career win. And in the last race at Talladega, Cassie Dent scored her first career win and the first for the Dent family in almost 5 years. And now for the most famous words in all of motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
The field is rolling off. Doesn't look like anybody's having any problems. 40 laps is the scheduled distance for today's race, and it will be the length of this race. Aureus Centaur, the master here at North Wilkesboro. We'll see if he can continue in his 43 car, but he has a lot of tough challengers. Cole Nixie, the defending series champion, starting right beside him. The 34, Al Legacy, a former champion in his own right. You got Chris Kyle behind him. So, pace car pulls in. We are racing 40 laps here at North Wilkesboro. And slow start. There's a green. We're racing for the 7th time here at North Wilkesboro. Off into turn number 1. Into turn number 2, Cole Nixie fighting hard on the outside. Can he clear? Yes, he does. Into turn number 3. Into turn number 4. It'll be Cole Nixie leading the first lap. Chris Kyle moves into 4th in his number 98 entry. Nope. Not able to get around Al Legacy. Up, you see Aureus trying to make a move. He dives it on into turn number 3. And the turn number 4, Aureus will clear. And we got a lead change here at North Wilkesboro. We got battle for 3rd. Here comes Chris Kyle. Chris Kyle, he's the master at Bristol. 2 wins there. Good to see him in the top 5. Battle for 4th. Here comes the 29. Marco tells it. Going around Al Legacy, our IndyCar Series champion for Season 1. You got battle for the lead. Here comes Cole Nixie trying to get around Aureus again on the outside. But Aureus goes up. Oh, contact between the 2 cars. And we got the 21 with damage, Brian McCason. Not sure what happened to him. There's our points leader, Cam Nixie. Our winner at Rockingham. His brother Cole is currently fighting for the race lead. And you see Chris Kyle has moved up to 3rd. And now he's going to try to join this front 2 pair of Cole and Aureus. See the 32 car, Derek Edison, has moved his way into the top 5. Derek had a bad race at Talladega, got crashed out. Good to see that driver having a good run here at the short track in North Wilkesboro. And whoa, we got a caution. Looks like the 99, 71, 19, 21. And it'll be the 43 leading them to the caution flag. There it is. It took us 6 laps before we got our first caution. We'll take a look and see what brought it out. So here's the cause of caution. Driver's going 3 wide. Looks like the 36, Eddie Wakumbi, makes contact with Brian Fox, sends him into the 59, Carter Joey. Hard impact by the 99, Joshua Rush. Back across the track into Zachary Fitzwater, who got damaged. See the 5 just barely scraped by. You see the 12 get damaged, the 31, the 64, the 70, the 3, Cam Nixie got damaged, the 64, the 28, the 6, the 22, the 17, the 19, the 71. All got damaged because of that. Okay, let's go back a little bit more. Let's go with the 3 car. He is our points leader, Cam Nixie. So he sees the accident happen right there. You see the smoke. Everybody just fans out trying to avoid. Joshua Rush spinning out, and Cam slams on the brakes, but nails his brother Josh in the back. And we got our first caution on lap number 6. We'll clean this mess up on the front stretch, and we'll take you back to the restart. And we are back. The 31 at Carter Friesen and the 64 of Josh Nixie are both out of the race. We have 40 cars left. Orius Centaur is our race leader. Second is Cole Nixie. Third, Chris Kyle. Fourth, Marco Telsit. Fifth, Derek Edison. Sixth, Trevor Collins. Seventh, Al Agassi. Eighth, Paul Hogan. Ninth, Mitchell Collins. And 10th is TJ Dent. And we're back to racing here at North Wilkesboro. Slow restart. Off into turn number 1. Into turn number 2. Orius and Cole Nixie. Drivers that are 1 and 2. Got battle for position. Here comes the 32, Derek Edison, trying to go around Marco Telsit. And he will complete the pass, moving into 4th. And Orius goes way wide in turn 2. He's going to smack the wall. That's going to allow Cole Nixie to drive on by. And there it is. You see Orius has damage to the right side of his vehicle. And we got a car on pit road. That's the, who's that, 5? Yeah, the 6 of Adam McDowell. So Adam McDowell having problems. Like Orius did. He smacked the wall, and he did it again right there. So Orius just overdriving his car, trying to go for his 5th win at this track. And that allowed Cole Nixie, our Season 3 champion, to take the lead for the first time here in Season 4. It's not been a great start to Cole's championship defense this season. Trying to become the first driver to win back-to-back championships, which has never been done here in the SCRL. Of course, his brother Cam won earlier this season at Rockingham for his 2nd career win. Cole Nixie has a distinct honor of being one of the few drivers to win a championship without scoring a win that season. Once again, proving that consistency does, in fact, win championships. It's not all about wins. But Orius has not given up. He's got damage to the right side of his vehicle, but he's still trying to close back up the gap, which is at half a second right now. Make that 0.06 of a second. We are 3 laps away from halfway. We got battle for 3rd. Here comes Marco Telsit, trying to go past Chris Kyle. But Christopher run off of turn number 4 on the high side. Here comes Derek Edison, trying to make a 3 wide. Chris Kyle pulls in front of Marco Telsit. Here comes Derek Edison. He will complete the pass. Move Derek Edison up to 4th spot. Here comes the 68. The 64 is out. The 68, Trevor Collins, trying to go for 5th. Not enough. The lead is 0.05 of a second now. You You see the 4-car Mitchell Collins trying to join his brother Trevor Collins in the top 6. You see TJ Dent in the 25 car. Had a good showing at Atlanta. Not able to seal the deal. His sister-in-law, I want to say, Cassie Dent, won at Talladega. So good to see the Dent family having some good runs for the first time in, 4 years. Richmond race winner Mohammed Zain Abdullah moved into the top 10. And we'll go back up front because we are officially at the halfway mark. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go for Cole Nixie. He really wants to score that first win, prove the doubters wrong that he is a deserved champion in this series. And he's showing it wide today. Took the lead after Aureus scraped the wall and has not looked back since. The lead is now 1.1. Let's take a look and see what's going on back in the back. Brian McCason, of course, who you saw have damage on the first lap. Not having a good run after he took over the 21 car from Bulldog 67. Going around that car's old rival, the 71, Silas Nixie. This has not been a good race for Silas. He got damaged in the first crash. He's not been able to move up quite a lot. 12 car, Sam Oskin got damaged in that crash as well as he's being passed by Brock Beard. Joshua Rush damaged the wing on his vehicle, so he's damaged. There he is, Christian Russell. He could go the rest of his entire career and not win another race, but he will always be remembered for winning the closest race in league history, 4 1/1000ths of a second. That'll stand the test of time until we get a 300th of a second win. There she is, the all-time race winner, Keka Whitelion, with 28 career wins. Broke the record at Bristol. Now we'll see if anybody has anything for Whitelion in terms of wins on catching her. Of course, since Truttle is no longer with this league, her closest challenger is, I believe, Colin Dryberg. I think. I'm not real sure on the total stats. There's Jack Legacy, our Busch Series champion for Season 1. Not faring too well here in the Cup. Well, yeah, this is kind of the Cup division. And there is our would-be, well, actually he is our points leader, Cam Nixie. Our winner at Rockingham. Not faring too well here on the short track at North Wilkesboro as he's about to be passed by the 7 car of Simon Fox. See what else is going on. No change up front, which is why we're taking a look at this. We got a 2-second lead between Cole and Aureus. Zachary Fitzwater trying to go around Sammy Sabry Jr. Fitzwater, a winner at Texas World at the end of Season 3. It's not been a great season for Fitzwater. He briefly led at Talladega, but did not have the finish he probably deserved. 34 Al Legacy, our IndyCar Series champ, is often overlooked because of his accomplishments by his brother Jack, but he is the champion in his own right. The 40 car, Brian Fox, the teammate to Aureus. Fox is struggling to get into the top 10 while Aureus is running second. And we got a spin. I saw smoke. Must be the 09, Paul Hogan, because he is far from the other drivers. Back up front, it'll be 11 laps to go for Cole Nixie. The lead is 1.9. Make that 1.1. Aureus gained 0.08 of a second that lap. But time is quickly running out. The reason why Aureus is pushing his car so hard is because he has a 3-year streak going on. He has won this race, the North Wilkesboro 400, 3 seasons in a row. He's the only driver that has ever won this race. But he went too wide in turn 2 on lap 11, smacked the wall, and has not been the same ever since. He's closed in every now and then on Cole, but Cole is just too fast to catch. Orius needs a caution to try and maybe get around the 27, but that damage might affect him and make him lose more spots. And this will be the last time you ever see Orius riding around in the North Wilkesboro 400, because that driver will be retiring after the end of Season 4, and he goes wide again. That's going to hurt his chances. He's just pushing the car too hard, trying to get 4 wins in a row at the same race. But yeah, after he retires, a new driver will step up. That'll be Blaze Zebratar. And he will take over for that driver's duties, as Orius will be retiring out to the pasture, never to race again in any league, not just the SCRL, but ISCR or any other league that is being held. It's the end of an era. Over 40 career wins in the ISCR, run by Chris Kyle, and almost 20 wins in this series. Well, yeah, mostly in this series, because he mostly competed in this series. It's an end of an era for that driver, which is why we're focusing on him. If it wasn't for him, this entire league wouldn't be possible. He is the creator. And it'll be sad to retire that driver, but the time was right. But we must move on. And Cole Nixie, barring something happens in the next 5 laps, will score his first career NASCAR Legends Series win. A winless champion in Season 3. Looking for redemption and prove that he deserves to be talked about as a champion and deserves to be talked about here in the Legends Series as a former winner. Slowly closing in on Paul Hogan, but he has no real hurry to try and lap him, because Cole is not going to push the issue if he doesn't have to. And what is he doing? Oh, we got a caution. Whoa. Looks like the 13 of Leroy Jones is stalled. Cole slowly leads him out of turn number 4. And for the second race out of 3, we're going to end this race under caution. So all Cole Nixie has to do is ride around for the next 3 laps, and his first Legends Series win will be his. Let's see what happened to Leroy Jones. So here's the cause of caution. The 13 car, Leroy Jones, running in 14th. He just starts going slow in turns 3 and turn 4. And he bypassed pit road, only to stall in turn 4. Not sure what that driver was thinking. And that's the cause of caution, because of a stalled car. And unfortunately, that ended the race. Take you to your results. So here are your race results. Cole Nixie is the official race winner. 2nd, Orius Centaur. 3rd, Derek Edison. 4th, Trevor Collins. 5th, Chris Kyle. 6th, TJ Dent. 7th, Brian Fox. 8th, Mitchell Collins. 9th, Marco Telsit. And 10th is Riley Spurley-Tube. That's your race results. Paul Hogan was actually the last car on the lead lap. So from 1st to 38th, we had drivers finish on the lead lap. Leroy Jones, Michael McDowell are both 1 lap down. Josh Nixie, Carter Friesen, both out due to the first caution earlier in the race. Well, that is it for the 8th race of the season here at North Wilkesboro. We will take you to victory lane for the first time in his career with Cole Nixie. Here are the point standings after the 8th race of the season in North Wilkesboro. Cam Nixie is still our points leader. He has a 40-point lead over TJ Dent. Third is Bob Joseph, 50 points behind. Fourth is Leroy Jones, 65 points behind. And fifth is Christian Russell, 78 points behind. Sixth is Jimmy Sampson. Seventh is Ty Dent. Eighth, Silas Nixie. Ninth, Cassie Dent. And 10th is Carter Friesian. 11th is Al Legacy. 12th, Jack Legacy. 13th, Riley Spurley-Tube. 14th, Carter Joey. 15th, Salmon Oskin. 16th, Dale Jones. 17th, Simon Fox. 18th, Muhammad Zain Abdullah. 19th, Sammy Savvy Jr. And 20th is Eddie Wakumbi. 21st, Brock Beard. 22nd, Kaka Whiteline. 23rd, Paul Hogan. 24th, Cole Nixie. 25th, Dillian Ibrahimman. 26th, Derek Edison. 27th, AJ Jones. 28th, Brian Fox. 29th, Brian McCason. And 30th is Adam McDowell. 31st is Oria Centaur. 32nd, Mitchell Collins. 33rd, Zachary Fitzwater. 34th, Nathan Ordman. 35th, Sebastian Torres. 36th, Ryan Rush. 37th, Marco Telzit. 38th, Chris Kyle. 39th, Josh Nixie. And 40th is Logan B. Kurt. 41st, Joshua Rush. And last is still Trevor Collins. That is your point standings after the 8th race of the season at North Wilkesboro. We'll next see you at the 9th race of the season at the Darlington Raceway. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.